Hey guys, before I roll the intro, I just want to say thank you for all the support I've been getting recently on my videos. In this video, we're going to be playing the Soviet T-35 heavy tank. A user on Discord challenged me to play this tank since he didn't think it was very good, but I do think it's pretty decent. It sits right here in the Soviet tech tree. It can only research rank 2 and 1. Uh, so it's not very worth it, but it can still research a good amount of the beginning of the tech tree, and it's pretty fun vehicle to play. The one thing you need to do if you get this vehicle is you need to bind your controls so you can fire these secondary guns separately from the main turret. That is very important since you have 3 turrets you can actually use. This one I mainly use high explosive since that's the only thing this gun can basically fire. It has the APHEBC run, but it pens like 38 millimeters. So I just use this for open tops and stuff, and these two 45s are what I use for the AT, since the 45s are really good. But now that I've talked for a while, let's roll the intro and start the video. Good morning, good evening, and welcome back to War Thunder. In this video we're going to be driving and reviewing the Rank 1 battle rating 1.3 Soviet premium heavy tank, the T-35. With that out of the way, let's take the T-35 into battle. And here we are on our first game on the map, Ash River Domination. We have a westerly spawn in reach of objective Charlie. Looking at the scoreboard, it's a full game. Our allies for this match are the Chinese, Americans and British. We face the Germans, Japanese, French, Italians and the Swedish. My plan for the beginning of this match is to make my way to capture point Charlie and win that for our team. And after we have captured that, we're going to have a overwatch, looking over both objective Charlie and objective Bravo. And our first kill is on a Swedish light tank. After having captured Charlie Point, we begin to advance. In order to help our team win the hill, we start engaging the enemy tanks contesting the hill. After the hill is neutralized, we begin to move over to help our team capture Bravo Point, but a enemy Panzer IV from the enemy's second wave started to push us, but no problem, we disable his turret and later kill him. And after clearing the hill of all the enemies, we start to look over towards capture point Bravo and the enemy's second push towards that point. And that starts with engaging and eliminating this Panzer II, but we are starting to receive fire from the rear, so we decide to jump down from this hill. But we are still engaged from the front, so we know that there are enemies who are direct front, so we decide to close the distance and decide to eliminate all the enemies in front of us. And starting off, we engage a Panzer IV, and after that we're taking fire from another Panzer III. We move forward and eliminate him with one shot, and we catch the last Panzer IV trying to flee down the hill, but we do get a lucky one shot which eliminates him as well. Now a enemy jagged Panzer I moves forward, but we move forward and eliminate him with our main 76 HE, which overpressures him. And we eliminate another Panzer IV, who is unaware of our position. And that signals the end of the first game. Take number 1 on the team with 11 kills. Now, our second game brings us to the map Flanders Domination. We have a northerly spawn, and we spawn in reach of objective Alpha and Bravo. Looking at the scoreboard, it's once again a full game. Our allies for this match are the Italians, French, Chinese, British and Japanese. We are going to be facing the Americans, Swedish and the Germans for this game. The plan for this game was to make my way over to capture point Bravo, help our team capture that, and later situate myself on the hill between capture point Bravo and Alpha to overlook both capture points. With the capturing of Bravo Point going without any major problems, we see a enemy BT-42 making its way the trenches into our capture point. We send off some shots, but they mostly miss, but he seems to be completely oblivious to our position, and we kill him once he emerges from the trenches. Making our way to the original plan, we see that both Capture Point Charlie and Alpha have been taken by the enemy. We start looking in the general direction of both to try to catch any enemies moving across the open plains to reach those objectives, but we see nothing, so we continue making our way up to the hill. then start to engage a enemy Panzer III, making its way over to capture point Charlie. Sadly, our shells do barely no damage and a enemy Type 94 gets the kill. I do spot a Swedish SPA, which is an open top, so I decide to use my main cannon to try to overpressure him, which works and we knock him out. Next up is the American light tank, and our first shot knocks out this transmission, knocking him in place, and a follow-up shot goes straight through and we kill him. Now, seeing that the enemies have started again to push capture point Alpha, we turn around to start engaging them, and our first is a German event vehicle, and I'm not gonna try to pronounce that, but yeah, we knock him out with one shot. But we are now starting to come under fire by some enemies leaving their spawn. We start to engage a Panzer IV, but we are taking shots from this side too. We knock out the first Panzer IV by detonating his ammunition. We now turn our attention to the enemy who is flanking us. We have multiple enemies, starting with the one right in front of us. We use our binoculars to knock him out, which turns out to be another Panzer IV. And another Panzer IV has come out of their spawn. We start with one shot, which knocks out his gunner, driver and commander, and the follow-up shot misses sadly, and we start to engage another enemy hiding behind a house. But now the threat on the right is getting too much. We turn our tank to try to engage this man. The situation is now looking really bad for us. We are taking fire from all over. Almost all of our turrets have been disabled. We do manage to knock out the Swedish infantry fighting cannon, but things are looking really bad now, and we finally get defeated. By a Panzer IV. With 7 kills, this run was pretty good. We decide to use a backup to spawn in once again. Spawning in once again, we start by engaging an enemy biplane with our machine guns, and we actually get the kill. And the next foe is a LVT, but we use our main cannon with high explosive to overpressure him and knock him out. Now closing in on Bravo point, we do catch a enemy Panzer IV completely unaware of our flank, and with one shot we do knock him out with a shot to the back of the turret, and we now move on to capture Bravo to capture it for our team. With the capture point now being captured, we decide to move onto the hill, as we did in the start of the game, to try to look over both capture points to see if we can catch anybody leaving their spawn. But on the way we do knock out a enemy German beacon tank with our 45mm cannon. We then swing our turrets over to capture point Alpha to start engaging a enemy Panzer IV on the capture point, which is preventing our team from moving on. But Luckily our teammate manages to finish him off and we start to continue again to move forward. With the Heavy Metal Hero award being given, that signals the end of the second and final game. And with us claiming first place once again with 11 kills. But this video is coming to an end. If you stayed this far, please like and subscribe, and I want to give a big thanks to all of you who have supported me throughout this journey. But stay tuned as there will be more content to come about War Thunder. Until next time, take care.